Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Reboot. It's episode number 54, and today we're returning with a massive episode as we face the Red Devils away at Old Trafford in the FA Cup 4th round and Manchester City away in a big battle as Wolves have lost their lead at the top of the table. Before we get to the games though, shall we be getting on off camera? So of course, in the last episode we had the 1-1 draw against Leicester, James Maddison bending in that late free kick on Boxing Day to give the Foxes a point, and now 2-0 win at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. 5 games in the run off camera, and as you can see, 1 in the Cup, 4 in the Premier League, but 3 draws in our last 5 league games is why we've dropped to second place. We began with a draw on New Year's Day away at Anfield against Liverpool. Salah connecting with an Alisson long ball. I love goalkeeper assists in FM, but not when it happened against me. Just a long ball launched forward by the Brazilian. Salah runs onto it, and the Egyptian slots home to make it 1-0. 3 minutes later, though, levelled through Fabio Silva. Nice through ball and a good finish as well in a 1-1 draw. And following that, 2-0 win against Blackpool in the FA Cup 3rd round. But it's through to the 4th round, where you'll see us away against Old Trafford today. Morgan Gibbs-White, kind of like the forgotten man here, will score both of the goals in this game in a very routine 2-0 victory. And following that, 3-0 win against Brighton, where... can you believe it? Can you believe it? 4 seasons without a goal, and in 2 in the same season. Yeah, Morton Thorsby headed in a corner to give us the opening goal of the game, and it wasn't quite as meaningful as the first goal he scored for us. I mean, obviously, but I was still celebrating like crazy. Emi Buendia scored our second, and 5 minutes to go in the game. Fabio Silva connected with a Max Aaron's cross in a good 3-0 victory. He also missed a penalty for Silva in that game, but even so, came through to win. But following that, back-to-back draws and 3 in our last 4 in the Premier League. 0-0 against Spurs, this one here, quite a balanced game, so I was okay with a draw really. Spurs play quite well, so a draw wasn't a bad result, but the final game off camera, disappointing 1-1 draw at home to the Magpies. They took the lead in the first half, Johan missing interception as they ran through to make it 1-0 through Rodriguez, but he'd make up for it in the second half himself with his 3rd goal of the campaign. Free kick by Trincao off the woodwork, and Johan the first to react, turning in a rebound in a 1-1 draw. So the undefeated run continues. We still have only lost 1 game in the Premier League all season long, with 14 games to go. The draws, when you're fighting for a championship, draws can often feel like defeats, and this is why. We've only lost 1 game all season long, yet that's still not good enough for us to be top of the table, because Arsenal have been on an absolute crusade. They're 2 points clear at top of the table right now. The good news is we're 11 points clear of Liverpool in 5th, so there's a good gap here between the chasing pack and the top 4. But if you look at Arsenal's fixtures here, I mean, seriously, for as good as we've been, oh my word, seriously, they've won every single game since the start of December. They've been lights out, they're top of the table, and they're going to be hard to stop now. Also, 10 goals conceded now in 24 games, so if we are to break the defensive record, we can only concede a maximum of 5 goals in the next 14 games. So I think that record that Chelsea set all those years ago, I don't think that's ever going to be beaten. I really, really don't. As good as Unai has been this year, as good as our back line's been, I think that's just a record that will stand the test of time. I really believe that. But I don't think there's anything else to show you in the run off camera. We have been loaning out some players this season in the January window, as you'll see. Quite a few players gone out on loan. Angel Gutierrez, a young Mexican we signed last season, Moreles, who came through the academy, Eduardo Ferreira, who we signed last season as well. They've all gone out on loan, as has the Canadian, who a couple of guys have mentioned before. He's a decent young prospect, but just in this team, we've got like an overload in terms of a quality of winger. You know, Trincao, Jota, Neto, Traore, that's 4 that are really, really excellent, and then a couple of decent ones out of the academy, including Usman as well. So yeah, we loaned out a few players, but other than that, nothing's really going on as the finances continue to drop gradually due to no Champions League football. So heading to the first game, it is indeed the Red Devils in the FA Cup away at Old Trafford. I don't feel confident heading into this one due to our patchy form in recent weeks. Right now in the injury report, Traore is currently down with the flu. Neto is down with a dislocated shoulder. He got in the game against Spurs, so I won't see him today. And Nouri is also down with a virus as well. Everyone else is fine, and this is our team. So Henderson, our cut goalkeeper, returns to Old Trafford. Back for his Brandon Williams, Eric, Johan and Semedo. Ward-Prowse and McTominay through the middle, with Jota on the left, Trincao on the right, and Buendia supporting Jimenez up top. So strong lineup, but not the strongest it could be. On the bench, Unai, Miguel, Guilherme, Jordao, Gibbs-White, Fatai, and Vixgardi as well. First of 2, it's the Red Devils. I'm not feeling confident. They're the only team to beat us this season in England, and I think they'll do it again. But come on, Wolves. Yeah, so far the only game we've lost in England has been here at Old Trafford. The other one, of course, was away against Celtic in the Europa League. So that's why I don't feel confident at all. I don't know whether you guys are the same as me, but like when you've lost to a team once in the season, you feel like you're probably going to lose to them again. I've just always got that kind of mentality as Dan James turns his man, and Van der Beek is denied by Henderson. I still can't believe I've got Dean Henderson again. It's really funny to me because I mentioned it when we signed him. I've signed him more than any other player in my FM saves, and it's strange because back in the olden days, Dean Henderson was like Jack Butland. If you guys have been here for a while, then firstly, thank you so much. And you'll remember this. Jack Butland was signed in like every other FIFA CM I did back when he was one of the highest potential English goalkeepers in the game. How things have changed since then, right? But still halfway through the first half, still tied at 0-0. The Red Devils making a brighter start to the game. In terms of the stats right now, it seems relatively balanced. But they're getting the highlights, and they've got one again. Van der Beek goes from left to the middle, slides it through. Martial puts it wide, and again, let off the hook. That first goal is coming, surely, no doubt about that. As Semedo's throws into the feet of Buendia, and he gets around Alex Telles, and Emmy inside the area, crosses, and oh! How? What? I need to see that on the 3D. This is a goal where you need the 3D to know what happened there. It seemed like the goalkeeper had it in his grasp, and then just fumbled it into the path for Raul Jimenez. Is that what happened? Slippy fingers? Yes, indeed. De Gea gets a touch, but couldn't hold on to it. And Jimenez turns in a rebound. Wolves lead, probably slightly against a run of play, but we'll take it. When that cross was played in, I thought De Gea had it in his gloves. I thought he had that secured. I was surprised it squirmed out, and the Mexican kept his composure. Alex Telles, 25 yards from goal to Mikel Merino, and oh my goodness gracious me, De Gea, Henderson, or Lev Yashin. No one's getting near that. What a strike! That's a shame for Henderson on a 7.7, and who's already made a couple of decent saves. But don't think you can criticise him for that one. Goodness gracious me, power and accuracy in abundance. Mikel with a finish. Red Devils back on level terms right before the break. But hey, we're doing okay out there. We're matching up quite well with the Red Devils at the moment statistically. So there's no need to make changes heading into the second half because we're doing okay. Poor Brandon Williams, man, on that 6.3. Every big game I play Brandon Williams. He just can't do it. He's just a bag of nerves out there, Brandon Williams. And I know how he feels. I've got to take him off, surely. I've got to take Brandon off. Have we got... Oh yeah, we've got the youngster on the bench. But would that be an improvement? I don't know. Well, at this point, I'm going to do it because Williams is just... He's motivated, but he's just not putting in a good shift. I'll take him off. But 22 minutes to go. Still tied at 1-1, and as things stand, set for a replay. On Usman for Diogo, as the kids are getting some game time. And there's been nothing going on in the second half, but just as I say that, there's a corner for the Red Devils, which Johan heads away. But the danger is still far from over. Bruno Fernandes back to Paul Pogba. Now we're in a number 7. As the Red Devils look for an opening. They've got one, and oh, thank God for that. Greenwood straight at Henderson. We're giving it straight back to the Red Devils. I can just see that late goal coming as Johan clears it away again. He is a bloody rock at the back in this team at just 19 years old as Dan James looks to beat the left back off the bench. Great tackle though by the young man. Oh no! It said it looked harsh. That looked like a great challenge. Penalty through VAR. Oh wow, no penalty. Goodness, how rare is that? That the decision gets overturned. No penalty. That's so rare, but unfortunately, it might not matter. Free kick headed off the bar by Papetti and cleared away by Bailly. Hanging on in there and trying to keep that replay hope alive. I'm going to bring on Gibbs White for Emi Buendia. Scored 2 in the last round. Won't change my tactics. I'll trust the boys to see it out, and they do indeed. So this time, we come to Old Trafford and prevent the loss and get a draw. In terms of the XG, we certainly rode that up towards the end of the game, but we'll take it. 1-1 and a replay at Molineux. I'm not really, well, you guys know this, I'm not a fan of replays at all, but even so, I'll take that over going out, no doubt about it. Take them back to Wolves, and we got a good chance there at Molineux. Yeah, that's alright, that's not too bad. I'll have that. That's a decent result, all things considered, against, again, so far the only team that have beaten us in England this year. I'll take that. And of course, this season they're probably not gonna repeat the title for a 4th straight season, but they are still one of the best teams in England. So yeah, I'll have that. I don't know when the replay is gonna be. We'll find out soon. Oh no, there it is, right there, straight after the Man City game. Do we do a treble header today? Yeah, let's do it. Go on, treble header. Real briefly on Brandon Williams, I'll show you his report card in a moment, as we do have the... Oh, I knew he was going to leave in this window, but I didn't know where he was going. Liverpool. I was hoping he'd avoid the Premier League, but he's not. Look at this wonder kid. Oh my goodness. I mean, as good as Cristiano Ronaldo one day, definitely got the potential at 19 years old. I was interested, but we were never going to compete with the big boys in Europe for him. Goodness. Liverpool are going to be a force to reckon with, no doubt about that. So the FA Cup 5th round, if we are to get through the replay, we'll have Bristol City, the Championship side, if we do make it through. And yeah, chill briefly on Brandon Williams. This is why I took him off halfway through. He's a really decent player. His personality's changed from perfectionist to resolute, but he just dreads playing in big matches. This is the point. You play him in most of the games, he's alright, but in a big game, he's just a bundle of nerves. Brandon Williams is me. So it's deadline day, but I don't think anything's going to happen because I've got no plans whatsoever. I don't want to sell any of my team. I really like who we've got right now, and I'm happy with what I've got at the moment. So yeah, no plans to do anything on deadline day. Just going to race through this and get straight through to the Man City game. So moving on, second of now 3 games, as we'll of course have the replay against the Red Devils. Just very briefly, as you can see, Man City, right before our game against them, have strengthened quite strongly. Pedri is signed for 146 mil from Barcelona. He's made a great start already. 2 goals and 2 assists in 3 games in this January. And also they've signed a wonder kid from Bayer Leverkusen that I showed you in a special in-depth look at the save. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one here against Manchester City. And of course, after 3 draws in our last 5 games, desperate to get back to winning ways and good form here. But I'll take a point away at the Etihad Stadium. So this will be our team. Few changes on the back of the draw against Manchester United. That replay comes in 3 days' time on Wednesday, 4 days' time, sorry. And this is our team. Unai's in goal. Back four is like Nuri, Big Chris, Johan, and Max Aarons. And Cater and Forsby through the middle. Jota and Trincao on the wings, with Buendia supporting Silva out top. On the bench, Henderson by Williams, Ward-Prowse, Jordao, Traore, and Jimenez as well. Second and now 3 games, Man City away. Can we get our form sorted with a big win here? Come on, Wolves. So funny how earlier I was like, draws are basically defeats when you're going for top spot. And now I'm like, oh, I'll take a point. I'll take a point. It's that kind of like playing safe mentality, you know, that I still have. Again, I mentioned it before. Is it inferiority complex? Am I underestimating the Wolves team? That I think we shouldn't be going for wins in these games, just being satisfied with a point? Not entirely sure. But the first half is going to fall though, just 20 minutes in, as we shall pass out from inside our area with Unai. Johan, who just won Young Player of the Month for January, finds Aarons, and now Forsby takes over. Rolls it through to Trincao, and Francisco sends it long, and Silva latches onto it, and it's a great save by Edison. Flag stayed down as well, but a brilliant stop. Silva this year just simply has been quite underwhelming, unfortunately, and again I think it is mainly due to the contract issue at the moment. He wants a new deal or he wants to leave, but I'm standing firm and not just going to give him a new contract when he's got so many years remaining. But even so, as Bernardo Silva turns out near, his shot's deflected, it strains the path to Stevanovic, who hits the post, and we should scramble it away. 30 minutes in, a couple of great chances for both teams, but none taken. Right before the break, Man City coming forward looking for a chance. Pedri slid through down this left-hand side. Johan comes across, and thankfully didn't dive in. I thought he did there, but the shot hits the side netting, and it's still 0-0. I do feel that deadlock's going to be broken at some point. I'll be stunned if it's finished goalless, and I do feel Man City are more likely to break it open. But a minute and a half to go. Big Chris brings the ball out of defence, and now Jota will send it long. There was no need for that. Buendia was right next to you. Sometimes I get confused by when my players totally ignore my instructions. Like we got shorter passing on. Buendia was literally 5 yards from him and open in space, and he just launched it long for no reason. So frustrating, but still Man City with a nice little move here as KDB plays a brilliant ball out wide towards David Alaba. In goes the cross. Johan missed it, and Big Chris makes a big block, and then the follow-up shot hits the post. Hanging on in there to end the first half and still tied at 0-0. I'll definitely take a goalless draw at this point. Riding our luck here, but it's going to run out at some point. There's no doubt about that. It's all Manchester City. We might have had one chance early through Fabio Silva, but since then, we haven't got a foothold in the game. Phil Foden down this left-hand side. Back to David Alaba. And Alaba looking for space to whip in across, which he does. Johan wins the aerial duel again, but we just can't seem to get a foot on the ball and keep our composure. Pedro Porro is tackled, and it's still 0-0 somehow. There is absolutely no way this game finishes goalless. I'll be stunned as Ruben Diaz's header is easily caught. This is crazy. How much longer can we hold on here? Free kick, Man City, KDB, floats one in, and there it is. It was coming, and it's that wonder kid. It's that wonder kid. A goal on his debut, heads it past Unai. It was coming. I've noticed that Unai does this quite frequently from set pieces. I don't know if it's not a PPM, but it's something that he just seems to do a lot. He strays off his line just a little bit, and often gets caught in no man's land. I can't blame him for the goal, but even so, header loops over him into the top corner, and Man City finally have what is, let's be honest here, a deserved breakthrough. Penalty through VAR here, I think, as well, and that'll make it 2. And as the VAR decision is given, there it is, penalty. And a chance for Man City to make it 2, and that will do it. KDB to wrap the points up. Definitely deserve it, no doubt about that. But this will be our second loss of the season in the Premier League, and they've both come in Manchester. Typical. Oh God, how bad's it going to get though? How bad's it going to get? Johan heads away to free kick, and this is pretty disappointing. You know, the last time we lost in Manchester, we put up a good fight, and we were unfortunate to lose 1-0. But this time, we've just been totally bad. Well, thankfully that was a free kick, not a penalty. But even so, 10 minutes to go, and there's no way we're getting back in this one here. I'll take a consolation, something to take home, reduce the goal difference deficit, but unfortunately, if there's going to be another goal, it's going to be for Man City. Just out of that number all game, really, as Lamar gets around Forsby, hits the post, and really, it should be 3-4 or 5-0. They've hit the woodwork 3 times in the game. We're down by 2, but it feels like a lot more. Can we just get the game over now, please? Like, they've won. Let's just play for full time now. I don't want to see any more highlights. I don't want to concede any more goals. It's over. Just leave it, lads. Come on. As Lamar plays it back to David Alaba. Cute minus. Back to Alaba. In goes the cross. And it is free. Pedri with another. What a start for Pedri. Oh, guys, come on. Come on, just leave it now. Leave it. You've won the game. It's over. You dominated. You battered me. Just leave it. It's over. It's finished. Take the win. Move on. Stop with the bloody highlights. Oh, actually, no, we can keep this one because it's coming to us. Ward-Prowse wins it back. Emi Buendia slides it through to Forsby. And out wide is Max Aarons. He'll find the right back. Quick through ball to Jordan. We get a consolation goal as Bruno crosses, and we don't. Great save by Ederson on Traore. Don't even get something to smile here. Manchester. Bloody Manchester. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love living here, but I don't like playing here. 3-0 though, final score. Man City dominated really from start to finish. So I will say I'm not happy. I don't normally criticise my team after a loss, especially against a big team, but that's disappointing because in the loss against the Red Devils, we were unlucky to lose it, and we played alright, but in this game, absolutely thrashed. Buendia is going to miss the FA Cup 4th round replay as well. That's a disappointing defeat, and you know, I've mentioned this, you will go into a bad run of form at some point every single season, and it does seem to be commonly in this year's FM for me. It is mid-season, January and sometimes February as well. These are the months where my team just cannot stay consistent in terms of form. It's happened once again. So moving on, third and now final game of today's episode. Glad we're not in Manchester for this one. We will take on the Red Devils at Molineux, FA Cup 4th round replay as we aim to get through to the 5th round of the competition where we've reached 2 finals in 4 years. 4 years, of course. So this is our team. Few changes on the back of the loss there at the Etihad Stadium. Henderson's back in goal, and the back four is now like Nuri, Eric, Johan, and Semedo. Ward-Prowse and McTominay are through the middle, with Traore and Trincao on the wings, and Jordao supporting Jimenez up top. So quite a few changes there. On the bench, Unai, Miguel, Williams, D'Alessandro, Gibbs, White, Usman, and Viscardi as well. A few players. In fact, you know what? Let's pop. In fact, you know what as well? We've got. I know Buendia is injured. Silva I could put on the bench though, actually, for Viscardi. So, as you know what, I'll have Silva and Viscardi together. They had like medium to heavy match load, but now it's gone to light for some reason. And Big Chris is light as well. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, final game. Few last minute changes to our bench. It is indeed the Red Devils. Come on, Wolves. Let's make it through to the 5th round. Oftentimes, I'll continue to play players if their match load is heavy. When it gets to really heavy or very heavy, then I'll consider giving them a rest. But there's something about playing players when they've got like a light match load that I quite like. It only gains their match fitness, but they're not going to be worn out either. Again, I quite like the conditioning than the new setup for this year. I know you no longer have it as detailed and as accurate with the numbers and the percentages as Traore shoots straight at De Gea, but I quite like the hearts. I quite like that. Johan chips it to Jordao. And now Ward-Prowse sends it long. Jimenez beats his man. Oh, wow, Jimenez. As good as ever. 11 for the year, drills it home. How old is he now? 33? But still so clinical. It's a great little ball by Ward-Prowse over the top. But Jimenez just beats his man and then first time smacks it in to give us the lead. Wolves in front, but we led through Jimenez at Old Trafford and can hold on. So deja vu, potentially. Yeah, I can definitely see the Red Devils levelling as the restart has just happened. Weston McKennie's header is going to go over though, as we still lead by 1. In terms of the XG and the stats, the Red Devils appear to have played better, but it doesn't really feel that way based on what we've seen so far. The highlights are contradictory, but it's half an hour to go, and again, we're doing alright here, as we want a free kick, and you know Ward-Prowse is good from knees. Back stick, it goes into, and oh my god! Goal scoring centre half. It might be Belgian, but this guy reminds me of Sergio bloody Ramos. Well, Vincent Kompany might well be the player he could be modelled after. But yeah, this guy, he gets up, man. He wins like 95% of his aerial duels, and he scored his 4th of the season to see us go up by 2. I love this kid to pieces. Corner, Red Devils. Game's not over yet. And it definitely won't be because Ward-Prowse is just handballed in the area. It dropped out of the sky, but he clearly can get his arms out of the way. And even on 2D, that's one of those moments where you just feel it definitely happened because the ball dropped dead straight after it hit him. So penalty Red Devils. Goodness, the VAR penalties today. And a chance for them to go to get back in the game, which they've done. Martial sends Henderson the wrong way. 10 minutes to hold on. We throw away leads against a big team so often. Is it gonna happen again? I've just fucked my team's body language up. I've got 2 subs to make and 5 minutes of stoppage time. Let's burn this clock. There we go, Morgan sensible right in the corner. Oh no, don't. Why would you do that, bro? You were right next to the corner flag. Why would you just hit the ball straight against your man? Oh, McTominay. Take one for the team, son. I'm cool with that. Right, I'm going to change your mentality to positive. Time wasting often comes back to haunt you in FM, but this time I'm going to do it. Be more direct if we need to. Don't play out of defence anymore. And yeah, let's make our 3rd sub as well. Forsby on for McTominay, who's played well. Just for more energy through the middle and to burn that clock. We're almost there, and yes, there it is, back to winning ways with a victory over the Red Devils in the replay. And I felt pretty confident as well after drawing the first one at Old Trafford. We could beat them at home, and we do indeed. Undefeated Molineux all season long. That stadium expansion paying for itself, and we're into the 5th round. So we're through. We'll have Bristol City's at Ashton Gate. No, it's at Molineux. And a great chance to progress to the FA Cup quarterfinals now. But that was this episode of the FM Reboot, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I think what we'll do is we'll come up with the 2nd knockout round first leg against whoever that may be. And then Leeds at home as well in a big doubleheader in the Premier League and the Europa League. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode of the FM Reboot very soon.